Another Woods Report. This is ready. I'm ready to love.
Okay.
We don't do a review. We just go through whatever topics that we like from the show.
Yeah, like
so. What's the
pull
what's
out
the
something
latest?
that they well. Yesterday I talked about nephew Tommy being the host.
Right.
He had the men. He challenged the men.
Come out of their comfort zone.
Come out of their comfort zones. But he said, I want you to go to approach one of the ladies you would have never
And they did.
approached.
Okay.
And that was their challenge. So they all had to sit and think about it.
Okay.
And you can see when they had those little sidebar conversations, whatever you call that, you called it something else from the house diaries.
Okay.
When they have that moment, you'll hear some of them say,
Make comments and stuff.
one guy said, well, okay, I'm going to go talk to so-and-so. You will see the date as she's sitting at the table and he's coming in and he's talking like, I didn't talk to her yet, or
okay.
like Tommy said, maybe she wasn't who you normally would talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So I just jotted down a few of the experiences some of them were having. The single ladies and the single men being with somebody that they didn't first
normally
go to.
Look at.
Looney, they call her Looney.
Looney.
I think Lunita.
Oh, her real name is Lunita.
Yeah, it's a nickname.
Oh, okay.
They call her. I forgot.
What about her?
Well, she was. It was on her date with her and LJ. And her. Lunitra is her name. Lunitra.
Okay.
I think they call her Looney.
Okay.
She and LJ, gentleman, was together, and you can kind of tell that even though at first they would not have talked to each other, but the date went pretty well.
Okay.
They talked about family, looking for someone who is genuine and knows how to prioritize. She's pretty straightforward when she was talking to him and any other guy that she talks to. She has a really nice smile, so she carries herself. I do notice some of these couples, and I kind of see how they act with different people, and she's pretty much consistent.
Okay.
So I like her. She's cool. She was out I think she had missed the date because or time frame because she had COVID.
Oh.
So they had
on the show?
On the show. She had COVID, so she had to be quarantined. Yeah. So she couldn't for 5 days, I think.
Everybody keeps
and
forgetting
they saw
it's
her
out
the
there.
next week, whatever. So she missed a very important dinner. So that took her out of meeting the guys too as well. So she's got to play catch up. But she had she had lunch with LJ. He's from the islands. I think he's from Cayman or one of the islands. I can't remember. I wrote it down. Wants a man who can depend on wants a man she can depend on since she has not much family. That's what they both had. They both had
not a lot of family.
His family is all in the islands.
Oh, so
he's here by himself.
All right.
And she has not a lot of family in the Miami area. So she's kind of by herself, and then she don't have a lot of siblings.
Okay.
So the thing that I do like about these couples is that they find something they both have in common.
Okay.
And they kind of talk about that and talk through it. And I like how they both give each other time to talk.
Okay.
Because there are some couples on there, the woman may overtalk the man.
Right.
He may be talking too much.
Right.
And she's not an assertive person.
Is that boring television?
That's the thing too.
See, are they
because
boring?
There is a couple that's on there that I know they keeping her because she's a shade thrower.
In real
and
life,
one of the guys is. It does keep
in real life is good.
That's a nice
can
conversation.
you imagine if y'all turned on right now and we was like, so what do you think about life? And you know what? There are YouTube channels like that, and they have people who watch. There's an audience for everybody, I guess.
It is. It's going to be a group.
That man I told you all the time that paints with the afro, and he turns around.
I was saying, who watches him? Or the man with the raccoons?
They love him. Well, they love the painting guy because he's very calm and mellow, and
they just want to see
him
little
paint.
Birds and
the blue sky.
But the question,
not here, buddy. We're not blue skies and painting rainbows.
But one of the questions that came out
especially
of this,
when I get roughed up over something. Go ahead.
I
hope it's a good one that came out of this.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Other than Looney, Shakira was hounding her date, Alonzo, as to why he did not get her phone number at the, you know how some of these guys, I noticed the sidebar conversations, you can get their phone number and still talk to them.
Oh, outside of the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he didn't want to. Who she think she is?
Well, he gave his reasons. He said, I was just getting to know you. I'm trying to get to know everybody, and I'm sorry I didn't get your number.
Yeah, relax.
Can I have it now? And
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So that leads me to my question. Do you take it personal if someone is not attracted to you at first, if you are the second or third choice?
Well, you asked that question last time on the on that other
Love
show.
is Blind.
On Love is Blind.
Love is Blind is different.
We asked that on the last one.
That is a major show of dating, but you don't see
But she
each
was
other.
the second choice, though.
They tell the premises of that show is they talk and they connect with whoever they're not seeing, and they pick, okay, I connect with Jane Doe and I connect with Jennifer. So those are the two on this guy's list. Well, they say you got to pick one or the other.
He chose the one, and she
He
didn't want him.
chose Jane Doe.
She didn't want him.
Jane Doe said no.
So he went to number 2.
He
But
went-
you saying this is different.
And she knew she was number 2.
But you saying
So,
this one is different.
I'm asking this one on this show because the girl is saying you didn't even come at me and get my phone number. You didn't even showed interest in
The
me.
only reason
so
why
now
you-
I'm a second choice.
The
or
only
third
reason why
choice.
you're talking to me is because Tommy told you to go and talk to somebody you normally wouldn't talk to. Well, you know what? It depends. I guess it depends.
Okay.
Because it depends on why. If you normally wouldn't, I'm not normally your type, I wouldn't expect you to have come up and asked me for my phone number.
Okay.
It's like reverse the roles. If
Okay.
it was a guy in there, and I keep saying 5'3", and he was 5'3", and you was like, I don't date guys shorter than me.
Uh-huh.
And Tommy said, I want y'all to go out and ask a guy out you never in your life would have talked to.
She would go to that 5'3"
and
guy.
and then would he say, see, men don't care. I don't think
Right,
men care if
you
they
don't.
ate the 5th choice.
Thank you.
Thank you for, what's up?
Right.
Well, women, you didn't like me when I was 5'3", I'm still 5'3". But I didn't look at you because you're not normally somebody. Every dude that I have ever talked to never dated a heavy woman.
Right. You told me that. You said that. Yep.
So I would have never
But,
expected
okay.
them to come up to me at any club or anything.
Okay.
Because I don't fit what they would normally date.
Let me set the situation. Let me set a
But I don't like the
scenario.
other one where you say you choose somebody and she say no, and then you come to me.
And you
no,
come to me.
That's different.
But they married
and
now.
they married. I
living
know.
in Chicago.
So it don't matter.
You're with some friends,
Mhm.
girlfriends, and
He asked one out and she say no.
He asked another one.
And then he say, well, she said
He
no.
going
What
down
you
the
go-
road. So
you know what? I watched this on YouTube and I watched this on TikTok. I watched this one dude walk up. It was a bunch of girls. And he walked up to the one and he said, hey, can I get your number? And she was like, no. She had an attitude.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. He said, what about you? Because the other one was laughing and smiling. And he said, what about you? She said, I'll give you my number. And then she gave
but
him.
she wasn't the first choice.
She wasn't the first choice.
He went to the first one and then got.
But if you don't care,
If that's the
if you just going out to have fun or whatever, you don't know, something might
pop
come
off
from
of that. Some women take that serious. They take it personal.
I think if you think too highly of yourself, you would. You probably have an ego problem. And the fact that he didn't come up to you first, you think you're the best looking one in the whole group.
Yeah.
And the fact that he didn't come up to you first, you probably are offended by that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Like, why would you not come to me? I obviously look better than her. Even though
Right.
she's my friend,
right.
I look better than her.
See. And
So
that's
why am I
okay.
second? Where some people don't care. They like, I don't have an ego. She turned you down. I think you cute. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go. Let's try. We may have some fun on this one.
So that's a good
But-
question. We'll ask that in the community room.
That's a good. And this one it fits. It's a little bit
Let
different.
me write that down.
Because Tommy, I don't think sometimes they know what the challenges are as well. That's why the girl was getting a little snippy with him. You didn't ask for my number, and we've been here such and such, and blah blah. Sometimes the guys do reveal what the actual challenge is.
Right.
Tommy wanted us to go, but I don't know if that would be offensive though.
See?
If you would offend
That's
them, if
a-
you make
to
that
me,
comment.
that's
Tommy asked us
offensive.
to go to women that we
That's
don't normally go
offensive.
to.
That's like saying they asked me to go up to the fat girl in the room and ask her out. So I came to you. You might be offended by that. Well, some big girls won't care. They'll be like, I don't care.
See, it's the
you like me, don't you? And I like you. So however you got here is fine.
It's like nobody's forcing your hand to talk to me.
Speaking of which, I told you I saw on TikTok yesterday the latest trend is to go up to a big girl and pick her up. I wish a Negro would.
I'm thinking, who does these TikTok challenges?
So this one dude went and knocked on in his apartment. He knew a big girl in the apartment. He knocked on her door and asked her could he pick her up for a TikTok challenge, and she let him.
Well, he asked.
Oh yeah, you have to ask. You're not just gonna walk up.
That's why I was okay. For some reason, I'm thinking they just randomly come and grab
it's
you.
a TikTok challenge. I had to pick up a big girl.
Oh, if somebody asked you, what would you do?
No,
you'll say no.
They wouldn't be able to pick me up. This girl wasn't that big. People was writing in the comment, you still haven't picked up a big girl.
How big?
She looked like she was a size 16 or something.
Oh.
And people was writing in the comment, you still haven't picked up a big girl.
See,
they mean big like me. They don't mean size 16 and 14. They mean big. Like if you can pick her up, you are a strong individual. That's what they talking about.
Okay, because I was like, what's considered big?
Some people were saying in his comment section, he still didn't meet the challenge. Because she wasn't that big.
Oh, but was he big? Was he a skinny man?
No, he wasn't skinny, but he didn't meet that challenge.
See, how you gonna...
Because he literally picked her up. Pick me up.
Okay. How you gonna win this challenge if the challenge is even
They should say a size. They should say, she got to weigh about this amount before you pick her up.
And then how would you know that? Because some women are bigger than they are.
That's true. And some women look small, but they heavy.
They're solid.
Yeah, they solid.
Stupid TikTok challenge.
But I thought of that when you said about...
Are people actually doing it? Other than
they on TikTok. Go to TikTok. They picking up big girls.
Really?
Yeah.
And they ask them though, right? They ask
I don't know. I got to look at some other ones.
Okay.
I don't know if they asked them in the beginning or they just walk up to them.
But you would say no.
No. So I can become viral. Because he ain't going to be able to do it, and I'm viral.
And you be embarrassed. Because he's not doing it.
Unless I was in on the joke.
Okay.
Like if he come up and I said, you're not going to be able to pick me up. So we both going to go viral.
Right.
Because you're not going to be able to pick me up, and then you're going to fall or strain yourself trying to do it. So now we all going to laugh and we all viral about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
This one lady, remember that place in Vegas, the 300, you have to be 300.
Oh yes, and they give you a free hamburger.
And she went and stepped on the scale. She was 349.
She got a free hamburger.
No,
that day.
you got to be 350. Or was it 350? I think it was 350.
You sure?
She was 349 or something. She was 1 pound off.
Oh my God.
So she embarrassed herself. Everybody was watching and she had to step off the scale and walk away. And the family was like, you could at least been 1 pound bigger. And then we all got a free burger.
That's sad.
So I'm thinking if I do it, it would have to be I'm in on the joke.
Oh, okay.
It had to be a little man coming up to me saying, I'm doing the TikTok challenge.
You're laughing at him like, dude, no.
I think I wouldn't do that. I'm 54 years old. What am I doing on the TikTok
I don't know.
challenge?
It may be fun.
If I was a young big girl, I might.
Okay.
Because it's funny.
But not an older woman.
You're an older one. He been in failing. I break things. He break things. So
I
no.
love it.
But that was it. I understand what you're saying.
So how you gonna ask that question?
I'll figure out how to say it. Would if you was in a group of people and a person approached you, opposite sex, and approached the person in the group and asked them out, and they turned them down, and then they asked you out, would you go out with them?
So you asked it that way.
Some kind of way.
It's okay. Versus a second choice.
Yeah,
You're the second choice.
Because we asked that one already.
Oh, okay.
And some people say they would still go out.
Okay.
Yeah, with the Love is Blind question we have. You go back on our old community.
Oh, okay. I forgot we asked.
So the majority of the people said, yeah, they don't care. They would they'll take the second thing.
But that was just an update on 2 of the couples.
Okay.
The one they just hanging out and liking each other. Then again, that don't mean that he's gonna still want to talk with her.
Okay.
They had a good date.
But that don't mean she's his type or whatever.
Exactly. He still may not be attracted to her like he is there's 2 other ladies that he's kind of hinting on.
All right, so you'll watch the newest Love is Blind this Friday.
I still got a few more days to talk about the other dates.
Okay.
Some of the dates didn't go too well.
All right, so we'll talk about that later. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. YouTube is not, it's a computer. So it only knows if you like, share, and subscribe.
Right.
All right, and comment down below if you have a comment.
And always believe.
And always believe. And that was
Another
Woods Report. See y'all later.